Hi, peoples. Welcome to my book haul. Sustainable. Now, you might be asking, what is sustainability to you? Well, I'm here to answer that question. It's difficult. Are humans sustainable? Absolutely the fuck not. Do we live sustainability? Absolutely not. Are we trying our best to be sustainable every day? No. Am I? Also, no. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Sustainability, I'm trying to be better at it, as we all are. And some of the things we can do for sustainability is buying books from thrift stores or secondhand instead of buying new ones, just to donate them. So instead of buying new ones, donating them, and them ending up in landfills, buy ones that are already donated and just keep donating them so they don't end up in landfills. I don't know. I don't know the answer to anything. I just know that thrift store books are cheaper. And books are $22. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a book. At least $22. Guess who got alchemized, by the way? You see where the jacket is? Not on the book. Because I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not that kind of they, actually. Now, did I just crease that page? Yes. I just got alchemized. And that shit was like $40. It was on sale 25% off. That shit was still $30-ish. Hold on. That is way too much to pay for a book. So, what you can do, and don't do these at the Value Villages near me, because I still want to shop for books. Okay, this intro has been way too long. Thrift or buy secondhand or borrow them from friends. Or just read the same volumes over and over and over again. Just share them amongst everybody. Share them amongst neighbors. We need to stop just buying new things because we want new things, when these things are already out there and people are giving them away for free. And Value Village is having the nerve to charge us, our people, $5 for something that they got for free. Anyways, I got a bunch of stuff. I went to 4 places. I went to 3 Value Villages, 1 Salvation Army. God forbid I will ever step into another Salvation Army again. And as you can see, I was pretty successful. And as you can count, there were only 3 receipts. You know why? Because I didn't get anything at Salvation Army. You know why? Because Salvation Army sucks. Not only because they didn't have books, they're very problematic, but I understand that a lot of people need Salvation Armies to go to. Anyways, we have 15 books in total. 15. I didn't pay. My father paid. He took me out. I got sugar babied by my father. He took me out, and he spent no more than $60. No more than $60. This was $40 for 1 book. No more than $60 for 15 books. Hallelujah. Let's get started with showing you everything I got. I'm going to start with the ones I'm least excited for. Starting off strongly with Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. And I got the Netflix adaptation, as you can see. I actually don't mind movie covers as long as the people are hot and I like the movie. Did I like Bridgerton? It was okay. But it was interesting enough of a concept that I decided to get the book. Now, I rate my things on a 10-star scale. So instead of 5 stars, it's 10 stars. to be more descriptive with how much I actually hate everything I'm reading. Or love it, but mostly hate. Anyways, I believe this will be a, at most, 5-star read. But it was interesting enough for me to pick it up. And I thought, it couldn't be that bad. It couldn't be that bad. And it was only $5.49. So that's the first one. The second one, I'm not so sure about. There's actually quite a couple I'm not so sure about. I wasn't influenced to get that one because no one is reading Bridgerton. That has long since sailed. The next one, I'll do this one first. I was absolutely influenced to get this one. The House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and I hope I'm saying that right. This was $5.99. And this, I've passed it so many times in bookstores, and I've always looked at it, and I've always gone, oh, that cover looks interesting, I wonder what that book is about. And I've never picked it up, and I've never cared to get it. But I decided to get it today. And it seems like from the synopsis, there might be some sort of queer platonic relationship going on. I don't think it's going to go into queer. I don't think he was strong enough to do that in this book. But there is at least some bromance going on, some interesting male-on-male character dialogue. So it interested me. And a lot of people have rated this book very highly, or have at least said it's a good enough read. So I said, why the hell not? Because it was $5.99. Next one I was influenced to get. Where are we? Heather's pick. Heather, I don't know you. But apparently you say this is very good. And a lot of other people say this is very good. This is All the Light That We Cannot See. This is not something I would have traditionally picked up. And the first store I went to, I picked this up, I read the synopsis, I read Nazi Germany, and I put it down. Because I read to escape from reality, and Nazis are very, very real. And very, very present in our reality today. So I really don't want to read about them in my books. Because I am full of fear all the time. Anyways. It doesn't actually say Nazi Germany. It says the Nazis occupying Paris. So we're in Paris. We've got some, what's it called? Exoticness. Yes, in Paris. Actually, it does say Germany on the back. I didn't read that far. All right. But everyone says this is really good. This is on everyone's TBR. I was absolutely influenced by this. It was only $4.99, I think. The back is scratched off partially. And I'm going to say, for this one, I didn't give a rating of what I thought it would be. I think this will be a 6 out of 10. I think this, because I'm not interested in historical fiction, because I'm scared of it, because it's wordy and political, and I have enough words in politics all day, every day in here. Not to say that engaging with political fiction is bad. You should actually really do that. I just prefer political fiction and not historical political fiction. I prefer like dystopias. If you're catching my drift, I prefer dystopias. So it doesn't feel like it's I don't want books to be happening in here. Even though I literally wrote a book that was happening in Toronto. We're going to move on. I think this will be... Did I already say? No, I don't think I did. I think because I'm not into historical fiction, I think this will be a 4 to 5 out of 10. And if it's anything higher than that, I will clap and I will sing. I don't have a lot of expectations just because I don't usually like this genre. But everybody and their mother is gushing grannies over this. So I have to. It's on my TBR. I will read it. I don't just buy things to not use them. It's not like these are not going to end up as paperweights on my shelf. I promise you every one of these books will be read, even if they have to be skimmed through. And then if I don't like them, I will probably give them away. Because I'm a kind and sustainable person. Anyways, the next one I got that I'm not quite sure about, this list seems very depressing from the start of it, is this romance called Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. Now, I've seen the trilogy, or not seen the trilogy. I need to fart really bad. Would you guys be mad if I farted? Be honest. I don't want to fart because there's weird people on the internet who will clip that. I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. Anyways. Oh, this one's a little beat up. That's okay. This was $3.99. This was one of the cheapest books. It's quite thick. She is around 600 pages. That's impressive. Okay, clip that. I read it, and what frustrates me most about romance books is their names. If they don't have interesting names, I will literally not read the book. I don't care how interesting the plot is. I will not read the book. I want to read the Inheritance Games, but his name is Grayson. His name is Grayson Hawthorne. I wish to say unspeakable things about that name, but I shall not. So romance books have a horrible trope of having really cringy, horrible names. They just never pick good ones. Like, I picked up Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood today in a Winners. I also went to a Winners, by the way. I did pick up one book. And I'll show you that. That'll come. That'll come. Chillax. Don't get on me. Anyways. What was I saying? I picked up Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. And I think the main character's name, the male main character's name, was Jack Smith. If you use Smith as a last name, you have copped out. You are mentally copped out of your book. You don't care about that man. Jack is one thing. Jack Smith, whole other ball game. Horrible name. If you were named Jack Smith, boo. Just kidding. Anyways, the characters in this book, which, although the plot is whatever, or the synopsis didn't really catch me that much, their names are Lucian and Sloane, which are interesting names. So I said, everyone's reading it. Everyone says it's good. They have interesting names. I'll try it out. And I saw the other books. There's 2 other books, if you can see there. And I saw both of them. But I said, I don't know if I'm going to like this one. So I won't pick up the other ones. Which I didn't do with another book that I have in my pile. But you'll see why. And it actually ended up benefiting me in the end. So if it benefits me, then it's harmless. If it benefits me, then it's fine. Anyways, I would rate this. I think I'm going to like this about 5 out of 10. So most of the ones that I'm not sure about are 5 out of 10s. If I'm just not interested in it, then I won't get it. But I had some level of interest in them. People say they're good. I'm trusting what other people say. I'm giving them a chance. And I think they're going to be 5 out of 10s. But I'm willing and I am so excited for them to prove me wrong. Anywho, ones I'm actually excited for. Bird Box by Josh Malerman. You can read that. Malerman. $3.99. I saw this and I got so excited because I loved Bird Box. Bird Box was one, and this is going to be so embarrassing. Bird Box was one of the first horror movies I've ever seen. Willingly, by the way, and enjoyed. Seen, period, and enjoyed, period. because I've always been what the people call a little bitch. So I have not... I was scared. I was scared of horror movies, and I wasn't interested in them. But then I saw Bird Box, and it changed my life forever. It was so creative. It was so entertaining. And I saw this, and I go, I have to read the book. I have to read the book. The movie was so interesting. I have to read the book. And that actually happens for me a lot. A lot of the things that I like, book-wise, it's because I watched the movie. And if that's a sin to you, by all means. By all means, I'm a heathen. But it just gets me into something. And if it gets people into reading, then it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that people like books that they watch the movie from, just because they watched the movie first, just because they didn't believe in the book. I actually didn't even know this book existed before I watched Bird Box. Would I have picked it up? No. I'm not making a point. Alright. Moving on. One I was absolutely influenced to buy, and believe it will be maybe a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 for the spice, because there is spice in this, is Icebreaker. Icebreaker! I'm gonna stop with the accent now. Sorry, German people. Sorry, but also, you know what you did. That's not funny. Let's take a moment of silence. I want to acknowledge. Let's do a quick land acknowledgement right now. I'm in the space and body of a white person who should not be making jokes about other white people who did very bad things. It looks bad on all of us. Anyways, you know what? Can we just ignore the past 45 seconds? Thank you. Icebreaker, by the way, is what I was originally talking about. Icebreaker. And again, I honestly probably wouldn't have cared about this if people didn't talk about it, because it's a sports romance, and I hate sports. I hate sports. I think sports are gay. I just am not a sporty person. I don't like reading about sports. I don't like athletes. I don't like jocks. I don't like anything to do with sports. However, I did just watch Heated Rivalry. Yes, I did. And it was you know what? Can we take a moment to talk about Heated Rivalry? I'm not just saying this as a white, non-binary, female passing person that I like the show just because it had gay sex in it. It was an important film and series for queer culture and queer media about queer relationships. It is and will be important, and it has caused so much in the community, and it has helped the community so much, especially in areas such as hockey, which was what I was originally talking about, and other sports where it's hard to be gay because of the toxic masculinity that runs throughout these sports. So it is important. And yes, it is funny because there are butts in it. But it also has Connor Story. And he's the hottest man I think I've ever seen on TV. And his monologue was so deeply moving, I actually cried. And it was in Russian. I had to read the whole thing. And he convinced me that he was Russian. That pissed me off that he wasn't Russian. He's a Texan. He's a Texan. He's from Texas. Anyways, this is about a straight couple. And the girl is named Anastasia, or Anastasia, or Anastasia, whatever. I don't care. Anyways. And the guy's name is Nate, which isn't great, but it's not bad. And it was $5.49, and I was influenced by it. So anyways, moving on. What should I talk about? Another romance, but one I actually wanted, because I just watched The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and it was so good. It was so good. I watched it on Netflix. Please watch it. It was so good. It was a 9 out of 10 movie for me. I laughed out loud at a movie, at a rom-com movie. I laughed out loud. And it had me kicking my feet and giggling a little bit. Anyways, this is one of her other books. Funny story. And again, I'm not into a lot of romances because of the names, but her name is Daphne. And the guy's name is Miles, which is not a bad name. I have a friend named Miles. So, and honestly, the synopsis seemed interesting. It just seemed interesting. It just seemed interesting. I think it's like, I'm not going to read it all just to tell you it. Next. Anyway, I never said what I thought these were going to be. I think this will be a 7 out of 10. I think this will be also a 7 out of 10. Just for the spice. If it weren't for the spice, it'd probably be a 5. I think this will be also a 7 out of 10. I think I'm going to enjoy this one a lot. The ones I'm really interested into getting to. These are my... I'm gushing grannies over these. Circe. Hardcover. I don't like hardcovers. Problematic. It makes it harder to read for me. It makes it harder to read. It's uncomfortable to hold in my small, small hands. And my small, small hands, it's hard. It's hard. Hardcover. Hard to hold in my small, small hands. I'm not even trying with the Trump impression anymore. I'm just... Anyways. It's also Heather's pick. Heather! Girl, you know what's up. You know what's up, girl. $6.99. Expensive. $6.99. Huh! Who do you think you are? Interesting edges. I've read the Song of Achilles, so this was kind of a given. It's just a given. If you read Song of Achilles, you have to read Circe, and then you never have to read anything again. I think that's what they said. I think this will be 7 out of 10 is like my is not my 3-star rating. It's like a 4-star rating for me. So if that makes sense to you, that makes sense to me. I think this will be a 7.5. I think I will enjoy this one greatly. But if it makes me feel anything like I felt towards the Song of Achilles, a 9 out of 10 book, a little bit of a harder read. Because I'm slow and I'm stupid. And have trouble reading. I don't have trouble reading, but sometimes the words are too complicated. The words are too complicated and there's too many of them and I just can't be damned. I just want to relax while I read. So sometimes it's a little bit more of a challenging read when they put big words in there. Song of Achilles was still a 9 out of 10. So this one, I believe, will be a 7.5. Wow, that pile is getting big. Oh, and it fell. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I haven't been saying who's been writing these, but you'll figure it out. Now, the other books I have are series. I have 5 books left. 4 books are in a series. This one is not on my TBR. I have never seen this book in my life, but it is... The synopsis was so interesting, and the title of it drew me in. And then I looked at the synopsis, and then I bought it. And it's called, If You Want to Make God Laugh. I've had a lot of experiences in my life where God has smited me and pushed me down. And sometimes I live to make God angry. But sometimes I also want to make God laugh. I want him to look at me and go, that's a funny little guy. So, it's about 3 women and apparently a baby. 3 women and a baby. Is it The Hangover? And they have very interesting lives. They have very fruitful, interesting lives. I think I will give this book its own video when I read it. I probably will. I mean, I'll probably do that with all the books, but I very highly encourage you to look into this book. You know what? I'll take the time. What else are you doing? What else are you doing? This is on while you're doing dishes. You're not even listening to me. I can literally say anything. I'm gonna read the back of the synopsis. In a squatter camp on the outskirts of Johannesburg, 17-year-old Zodwa lives in desperate poverty under the shadowy threat of a civil war and growing AIDS epidemic. Isn't that fun? Isn't that super fun? 8 months pregnant. Wow. Zodwa carefully guards secrets that could get her killed if discovered. Across the country, wealthy socialite Ruth appears to have everything her heart desires, but it's what she can't have that leads her to breakdown. Rich people, am I right? Meanwhile, in Zaire, a disgraced former nun, Delilah, me too girl, grapples with a past that refuses to stay buried. When the two return to their rural hometown to heal, the discovery of an abandoned newborn baby, upends everything. What follows is the rich, unforgettable story of 3 unique women who are brought together in their darkest time and discover the ways that love can transcend the strictest of boundaries. It is about 3 women overcoming challenges, overcoming the challenges in their life, and bonding together as women. Feminism! Feminism! It just sounds like such a good book. Now, this one, I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about this one. But it does seem... I'm trying to do a French accent and I'm very much failing. Do you notice that? Do you notice? I'm trying really hard. I try really hard. It's Caraval. Now, when I read Caraval, it's giving ballroom and masks and masquerades and carnivals and parties. Taylor was... Oh my god, she's kidnapped. I've read the synopsis about at least twice now, and I'm still not quite sure if I know what this book is about. But everyone says it's good. I feel it in my soul that this is good. I feel like this will be a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for Caraval that I got its sister, Legendary, which is the 2nd book in the series. And I got this because I assumed I would like this one so much I would want the 2nd one. And both of them were just there at the same time. So, I got them. I got them, and I will be forced to read both of them, whether they are trash or not. Now, the last books. I can't stop burping. I ate Taco Bell today. I cannot stop. And it's bad. It's like septic. It's really bad. Can you taste it? Can you taste it? Anyways. The next books. You will know. You know exactly what these books are. You know what books I got. Did you see the flash of neon on the screen in the bottom when I was trying to hide them from you? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da. Is that copyright? I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm a nobody. I got both of these. I got this one first. And I thought it was the 3rd book. It's the 2nd book, thankfully. But I got it because I was like, it's so popular. People have to be donating these books. They are. I've seen them so often on Thrift Talk, the book talk thrifting things. I see people pull them at thrift stores all the time. So I was like, I have to go, I have to look. I watched, you know what? I read the entirety of Throne of Glass. The 1st book. Not the entirety. What am I saying? I read Throne of Glass. This is a 9 out of 10 book for me. It would be 10 out of 10 if the romance was it was just the smidgenest better. I didn't care for the romance between her and Oh, wow. I didn't care about him that much. What's his name? What's his name? He's the Crown Prince. I just read the whole book. I'm not convincing you to read this, am I? It's really good. But I really did not care for the Crown Prince. I cared for literally everybody else. So I hope for the dear Lord she chooses the other one. Because I can't remember his name. Please. Dorian, of course. You know what? It was on the tip of my tongue. I'm just so scatterbrained. It's because I've been literally reading all day, and I had a class until literally 9 o'clock. But I read this. It was such a good book. I was convinced. I was like, I wasn't convinced of Sarah J. Maas before. I read this. I'm convinced of her. I am convinced. So I was like, okay. I saw this book. I was like, I watched an 8-hour video essay. I don't think it was 8 hours. I think it was probably 4 hours. I watched a very long video essay by a very, very smart woman who summarized pretty much every plot point the book has ever had throughout the entirety of the series. ACOTAR, I'm talking about. And I thought, well, I've just heard the entire series by word of mouth, the way the Greeks did it. And I no longer need to read this book series. But after reading Throne of Glass, I went, halt. I need to read this. I need to see what Sarah J. Maas is cooking up. And I know she's problematic. That is why I do not buy her books for full price. I buy them when people donate them at discount price. What if I taking the PlayStation, disconnect it, and put the whole thing in your ass? I love that TikTok. You know what? I love that guy. I've been watching him for years. Anyways. I bought this book first because I was like, I have to find the other ones in store. I thought it was the third book when I bought it. I was like, I'm convinced I will find the other books in the store. And then in my second or third, in one of my other ones, I did find it. I did find it. And I was so happy to have found it. This one's in slightly worse condition. My cat is also here, by the way. Come the people that say I abuse my cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know I'm gonna... Just come on. Anyways. I got the first book. I got the second book. I'm gonna see if it's any good. And if it is any good, I'm gonna read the rest of the series. Sorry. Sorry, I know everyone hates this fucking book now. It was so popular, and because it was so popular, now everyone fucking hates it because it's so popular. Sorry that I'm just a fucking chud, stupid loser. Sorry I'm a fat fucking chud with a stupid fucking life. Sorry I should go kill myself right now. Not funny. Not funny. Boo, get off the stage. Tomato, tomato. Anyways, that's all I got. That's all 15 books, and those were for less than $60. Take it as you will. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a mess. I've recorded this video like twice. Be gone. I no longer want to see you. Goodbye.